Hello and thank you for joining me. Today's video is about my IFAKs, individual first aid kits. Part 1 will cover this one, which is really just for heavy trauma or for bleeds, and then there'll be a separate video released within the next day or so which will cover this one, which has everything this one contains and lots more. Please stay tuned. So this pouch is manufactured by a company called Winex. It's on Amazon and it's just called their Rip Away first aid pouch. It's got molly on it, grab handle, front pockets, and then zips away. I'll show you what I mean. So in this front section, it opens up, and in here I've got a pair of shears. They are not what I'd class as professional shears. I'm not a medic. It's not something that I use. It's something, to be fair, that I hope I never have to use. But they're gonna be good for one or two occasions, yeah. But as I say, they're not what I'd class as professional tools. They're just run-of-the-mill first aid kit shears. So there's a pair of shears. There is a mini Sharpie. Reason I've gone for a mini one is because of the size of the pockets. You put a full size one in there, but it just pokes out the top. So there's a mini Sharpie. And then on this side is just a pair of nitrile gloves. Now, the idea of this with the molly is that you could obviously mount it on your belt, or if you've got a rucksack that's molly compatible, it could be on a rucksack. And there's a grab handle at the top. To access it, there's a little tab here, which, to be fair, I want to modify. I intend to sew a piece of paracord in a loop onto there with a bit of heat shrink tubing slid onto it, because if it's all going wrong and you've got to actually deploy this kit, I know that I'm going to be panicking, especially if it's my own blood. And if you're mucky or it's wet, that's not a very big piece of material to grab. So if I put a paracord loop on there with a bit of heat shrink tubing, that'll be in red, so it stands out more. It will be easier to grab if your hands are wet or they're soiled with blood, or you've just got a bit of the shakes on your wearing gloves. Anyway, I'm waffling away. So when this is actually fixed, either to your bag or your person, it rips away like that. The pouch I got on Amazon, it was $11.99. It doesn't come with any contents. Once it's there, if you've got this fixed to your belt or your bag, but mainly at your belt, you can then grab this grab handle and it will rip away from the actual pouch itself. And all there is in here, there is a cat. Then behind the cat is compressed gauze, so for packing wounds. There is a civilian trauma dressing. I've got a couple of Izzy dresses, you know, the Israeli first field dressings, but they're a lot bulkier, so I've just gone for a civilian trauma dressing. And then a Mylar blanket, yeah, just try and retain a bit of heat. If the casualties getting too cold, they're going to have problems with their blood congealing. And also trying to, if they're going into shock or that, give them a bit of protection, try and retain a bit of body heat. So there's a Mylar blanket. Then all there is left are two medium dressings. And that really is the full contents of this kit. As I say, it's for major bleeds. There's no chest seals and things like that. I've not had training in using chest seals, and in the UK, whilst it does happen, I'm not expecting to come across gunshot wounds. knife wounds, more likely than gunshot wounds. And that really is it. As I said at the beginning, it's a two-part video. The next one covers the other IFAK, and that's what we would be taking with us if we had to bug out. It covers all of this content plus much more. Anyway, as I say, short video. If you found it useful, please click the like button, consider subscribing, and I love to read your comments. Thank you very much. Stay safe.